guys. This video is talking about the class on Tuesday, September 29th. So if you were in class but you just want a little bit of a review about what we talked about, or if you were not able to be in class, and this will give you an idea of what we talked about so that you can be ready to go on Thursday when we have class again. Today we did a couple of things. The first thing we're going to do is some review of talking about things you like or don't like. And we're also going to do a little bit of comparison review. And then we're going to move forward and look specifically at using gerunds to talk about things you like, talk about future plans, and relating that to finding a job that you would enjoy. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we did today was some review. So we're going to go back to the PowerPoint that we looked at a couple of weeks ago and go from there on reviewing how we talk about things we like and we don't like. So here we have our spectrum. We have things we love, things we like, things we don't mind doing, and then things that we hate or things we don't like doing. So we have some examples here. The first one says, I like studying. You could like shopping, could like cooking. And then we have some examples of things we don't like or things we hate. Going to restaurants. Maybe you like cooking at home better. You don't like being sick. You don't like playing soccer. Think to yourself, what are some things you like? What are some things you like doing? As you're thinking of these, make sure you're using this ing form. So for example, if you like reading, you're going to use that ing form. I like reading. Another example could be I like running. But it's going to be that ing form. So the reason we are using this ing form is that we're using the thing called gerunds. Now, you don't need to learn this word. It's just a word that we're going to be using today to describe words that use this ing form. So these ing verbs that act like nouns in a sentence. So you're talking about the activity, not that you're doing it currently. So I like studying. This acts like a noun because you could say, I like cheese. I like winter. I like school. All of these are nouns, and this ing verb acts like a noun in this sentence. So we are using the ing form because we're using gerunds today. Again, you do not need to learn the word gerund, but that's what we're going to be practicing today in class. After you've thought of some things you like, what are some things you don't like? What are some things you hate or you don't like? All right. Again, as you're thinking of these, make sure you're using the ing form of the verb. So maybe you don't like cleaning, or maybe you don't like doing the dishes. Those are things I don't like doing, but I'm always going to be using this ing form. Doing the dishes, cleaning, playing soccer, being sick. All of those are using that ing form. Good. So hopefully you have those things in your head. Now we're going to do a little bit of review on comparisons. So comparing two different activities and how much you like them. So let's take a look at Mary. So Mary has two different activities here. We have swimming and running. How does Mary feel about swimming? Yeah, Mary likes swimming, or Mary loves swimming. What about running? How does Mary feel about running? Mary doesn't like running. She hates running. So which one does she like more? Swimming or running? Swimming. Good. So we would say Mary likes swimming more than running. Yeah, let's remember some of these comparison words. We had more than. Then if we switch running and swimming, if we talk about Mary likes running less than swimming. So Mary likes swimming more than running, and Mary also likes running less than swimming. Good. Let's look at another example. Here we have Alvin. So he loves reading and hates writing. So how would we compare them? Okay. It'll look very similar to the last one. Alvin likes reading more than writing. Then if we switch reading and writing, we would say Alvin likes writing less than reading. Good, good. Take a second and just read through those sentences. Get used to that structure. Okay, let's look at another example. This time we're going to look at things that are the same. So we have Hillary, Margot, and Anders. So they like hiking. They also like riding bikes. So what word do we use when they are the same? So we have more than, less than, and as much as. So they like hiking as much as riding bikes. Good. Good. Look at one more example of comparison, and then we'll do a little bit of chart review. So here we have Mark. How does he feel about cooking? Yeah, Mark likes cooking, or Mark loves cooking. What about going out to eat, or eating out? Yeah, he doesn't like eating out, or he hates eating out. So how would we compare these two? Good, good. Mark likes cooking more than eating out. Or Mark likes eating out less than cooking. Good, good, good. All right, let's do one more review activity for comparisons. So if you look on page 11 in your book, you're going to see this chart. So we've talked about it quite a bit. So this chart is looking at what Fernando does on the weekend. So we have playing sports, socializing or spending time with friends and family, watching TV, reading, dancing, working out, using social media, and shopping. Now you notice all of these are that ing. These are all gerunds. Shop-in, use-in, work-in, dance-in, reading, watching, socializing, play-in. So they're all this ing form. So these are all gerunds. So if we are going to compare, let's compare watching TV and reading. So we could say Fernando likes watching TV, what reading? So are we going to use more than, less than, or as much as? Good. We would say Fernando likes watching TV more than reading. Good. What about working out and reading? So we could say Fernando likes working out more than reading. Good. What about working out and dance? So we could say Fernando likes working out more than reading. Good. What about working out and dance? So we could say Fernando likes working out more than reading. Good. What about working out and dance? So we could say Fernando likes working out more than reading. Good. What about working out dancing. Working out and dancing. Good. Fernando likes working out less than dancing. Good. So working out is 2, dancing is 4. Good. What about reading and shopping? More than, less than, or as much as? Good. Less than. So Fernando likes reading less than shopping. Good, good, good. What about playing sports? Sports and dancing. Fernando likes playing sports as much as dancing. Good. Good. Okay, one more. Fernando likes socializing and shopping. Good. Fernando likes socializing more than shopping. Perfect. Beautiful. All right. That is all the review we're going to do for comparisons. There is another comparison video, I think, from a couple weeks ago on this channel. So if you want to go back and watch that, you can. Or if you have any questions, just send me a message and I can send you some more information. All right. Today we're going to move forward a little bit. We're going to start talking about how you relate things you like to do to your job, and some other ways to use gerunds, to use those ing forms of verbs as nouns. So we're going to look at Burlington English to do this, and your homework tonight will be on Burlington English, and it will look very similar to what we do today in class. So let me just take us over there. There we go. Hopefully you can see it. All right, so here we have two people talking. The first woman says, I enjoy working with children. So here we see she's using that gerund to talk about something she likes to do. She enjoys working with children. And then this woman says, I'm thinking about looking for a job. So the other thing we're going to talk about with gerunds is that we can use gerunds to talk about making plans in the future. I plan on, I'm thinking about, stuff like using those phrases and a gerund, using that ing verb, we can use that to talk about future plans. So let's do a little bit of reading and see what this looks like. All right. Here we're going to read a little paragraph about Pablo. So take a second. If you need to make it a little bit bigger, you can. And I want you to read this paragraph about Pablo. Okay, if you need some more time, you can pause the video and finish reading it. Let's look at some examples of let's look at some questions about the reading. So what was Pablo's job in Mexico? Good, he was a teacher. Good. Then what did he like about his job? What were some things he liked about being a teacher? Good, so the answers use gerunds. They use these ing verbs. So working with children, and, let me spell that correctly, working with children, and, good, helping them learn. Nice spelling, guys. Helping them learn. Good. Good. Then, what are his plans in the future? Remember, we're also using gerunds to talk about future plans. Good. So he's planning on taking the test next fall. And then he's thinking about getting a job as a teacher's aide. Good. Good. What is a teacher's aide? Okay, this might be a new word for you. Aide means to help. So a teacher's aide is someone who helps a teacher in the classroom. So if the teacher has taught something and students are working, a teacher's aide might answer questions or give more explanation or help the teacher however they need. So that would be what a teacher's aide does. They would work with students to help the teacher. We also see the word aid in things like first aid, financial aid, legal aid, so all different types of things that help people. Good. All right, let's look a little bit closer at what a gerund is and when we use it. So like we've said, we use gerunds that are ing verbs that act like nouns, and we usually use them with verbs that do a couple of things. So we see we can use them with verbs such as begin, can't stand, discuss, dislike, enjoy, like, love, and try. We've already talked about many of these ones that talk about how much you like things or don't like them. We already know we can use them for that. They can also work with things like begin, to begin studying, or to try reading a book. So they have a lot of different uses, but today we're focusing mostly on talking about like and how much or how little you like something and future plans. So if we come down here to this second point, this is talking about using prepositions. And I don't want us to look at every single one of these, but there are a few that you will use to talk about future plans. So for example, this one right here that says plan on. That means this is something you want to do and you have already planned to do it in the future. Now, you're never going to use a gerund with only the word plan. You're never going to say, I plan coming to the party. You will always say, I plan on coming to the party. Or I plan on cleaning the house this weekend. Or I plan on seeing you at the holidays. So as you are learning this word, as you are practicing it, always think about it as one chunk of information. Don't think about plan and then think on. Think plan on coming, plan on seeing, plan on hearing. So always think about it as one little group of words. Similar to think about, you're always going to use a gerund with those two together. He was thinking about coming to the party. They think about seeing their family at the holidays. And in the same way, interested in. So these are the three we will use to talk about future plans. And if you're using interested in, you're always going to be using that gerund, and they will always be together. So I'm interested in studying. I'm interested in learning about English. I'm interested in starting a new job. So for these verbs, plan on, think about, and interested in, learn them as little groups of words, not as plan on, think about, interested in. They're always going to be said, and I want you to practice them as plan on, think about, interested in. Okay? So let's look at the example sentence that they give. He plans on taking the test next fall. So, plan on, here it has that S because it's he. But you could say, I plan on taking the test next fall. Or, for example, we could talk about next weekend. What are you going to do next weekend? I could say, I plan on cleaning my house next weekend. Or, I plan on seeing my friend next weekend. What is something you plan on doing next weekend? Good. Good. So make sure you're using that gerund and you're using plan on together as one word. All right, we are going to move forward a little bit. We will keep practicing this through the unit. So let's go ahead and look at some examples. Okay. Here we have 6 different verbs, and we're going to use the gerund form of them. So what is the gerund form of start? That ing form. Yep, good. Starting. What about live? Live-in. What about buy? Buy-in. Good. Go. Eat. Watch. Good. Good. So you're going to be using that gerund form to fill in these sentences. So I want you to pause the video here, and I want you to fill in these sentences. So put the correct gerund form of the verb in these empty spots. So pause the video, and when you're done, start again. All right, hopefully you are done. If you're not done, just pause the video and give yourself as much time as you need. So let's check these together. Number 1, I'm planning on buying a car this year. Number 2, when I feel like watching a movie, I use my computer. I don't believe in eating meat. I feel bad for the animals. I often talk about starting a new job. I'm thinking about going on a trip this summer. I'm worried about living far away from my family. Good. Check your answers. See if those lined up. Now let's look at this question at the bottom. Which of these sentences are true for you? So are any of these sentences true about your life? Okay. For me, number 2 is true for me. When I want to watch a movie, I use my computer to watch movies. I don't usually use a TV. I usually watch a movie on my computer. Good. Good. So check and see if any of those are true about you. All right, let's move forward then. Now we're going to start looking at what kind of things you might like or dislike and how that relates to having a specific kind of job. So in this picture, we can see 6 different jobs. This first job is a truck driver. What kind of things does a truck driver do? They drive, they deliver things, they have to sit and drive for a long time. Good, good. What about this one? What job is this? Good, it is a computer technician. Technician. And what does a computer technician do? Good, they fix computers, they know how computers work, they like working with computers. Good. What about this one? Good, they are a school bus driver. Good, so they like driving, they work with children. Good. When your kids were in school, did they take the school bus? Probably. If they lived here in Lexington, there are many school buses that take kids to school. Okay, what about this job? Good, it's a bicycle repairer. And just like it sounds, they fix bicycles. They help make sure your bicycle is working. Good. And then what about this one over here? Yep, she is a web developer. A web developer makes websites on a computer. So they will use software and code to make websites. And then the last one, what is this job? Good, they call them a groundskeeper. Some people will call them a landscaper. Sometimes those are the same job. But this is a person that works outside. They help keep things looking nice. They clean the streets. They clean, they maybe plant flowers and keep trees and everything in order. Good. So what we are going to do, we are going to read a short description about what a person likes, what they are good at, and then we will choose one of these jobs that would be good for them. So let's take a look at our people. Number 1, Kiara can't stand staying inside all day and sitting at a desk. She needs to get up and move around. She likes doing physical work outdoors. So when we say can't stand, does that mean she likes it or doesn't like it? Yeah, she doesn't like it. So she doesn't like being inside. She doesn't like sitting at a desk. She likes to move around and she likes to do things outdoors. So which of these jobs would be good for her? Good, a groundskeeper would be good for her. It's outdoors, it's physical work. She would not have to sit at a desk inside. Good. Let's look at number 2. Number 2, as a child, Stanley enjoyed playing on his computer. Later, he began fixing computers. Today, friends and family ask him for help with their computers. He's planning on studying computer information technology in the future. So, he's good at fixing computers. His friends and family ask him for help, and he plans in the future to study computers. So, which of these jobs would be good for him? Good, a computer technician. So someone who knows about computers and knows how to work on computers. Good, good, good. And the last one we're gonna look at today. Number 3, Alice has tried working in an office, but she doesn't enjoy it. She dislikes looking at a computer screen all day. She loves being around children. She also enjoys driving. So she doesn't like working on a computer or being in an office. She likes working with children and driving. So which of these jobs would be good for her? Good. A school bus driver. So she would work with kids and she would drive and she would not be in an office. Good. Good, good. All right. That is all that we covered today in class. Your homework is going to be working on Burlington with the same type of activities. So you'll be doing the student lesson. Let me show you really quickly what it's going to look like. You're going to be working with some very similar types of activities. So putting the correct words in sentences, reading and choosing the correct examples. The one I just had. Yeah. Again, putting them in the sentences. Forming the gerunds, putting that ing on the end. Good. So I have also sent you a video with instructions for how to get to this student lesson. If you have any questions, just let me know. All right, guys, we have class in the classroom on Thursday. So hopefully I will see you there. And just let me know if you have any questions. All right, bye, guys.